Hello, it's Jay here and welcome to a new tutorial. In this lesson we're going to make a start creating the enemy AI. So first things first, let's right click, create, and a new C# script, and we'll just call this enemy AI. And we'll double click to open in MonoDevelop. Now for our enemy AI we're going to create a finite state machine to handle all the different states, i.e. behaviour of the enemy. But before we go ahead and do that, we're going to get a few things in place first. Now the first thing I'm going to do is come up to the top here, and this can be of type private, and we're going to use a new function called Enum, and we'll just say state, and we'll open and we'll close brackets there. Now I recommend reading up the documentation regarding enums, but basically it creates a list of values, and in this instance all the values are going to be the states the enemy can exist in. So before we fill that out, let's come up to the top here, and we're going to say private again, and this time we're going to use state, and we're going to give it a naming convention of enemy state, and we'll close the line off and we'll put this into the comments. So we'll say defines naming convention for the enemy state, and we'll put this into comments. So we'll say defines enum states enemy can exist in, and then we'll come inside here, and what we're going to do is list all the states that the enemy can exist, and these are all going to be based on behavior apart from the first one, which is just going to be initialize, and we'll make this equal to 0, comma, and then we'll just go ahead, idle is going to be the next one, that's going to be equal to 1, comma, run the same, only this time it's going to be equal to 2. Then we're going to have one for impact, which is going to be equal to 3, and next one attack is going to be 4. The next one is going to be strike, that's going to be number 5, and the last one is for when the enemy is dead, and this can be equal to 6. Now please note there is no comma on the last one for dead. We want commas on every single one of the others, but not on the last one. So you don't actually need to put the numbers in, you can just put something like initialize as long as you've got the comma there, but computationally speaking, to have them numbers is far better, it's far more efficient. So these are all the states the enemy can exist in. Like I said, they're all based on behavior apart from the first one, which is initialize, which I think speaks for itself. And then we'll create voids for each of these, and these can be of type private. Like I said, they're voids because they do not return a value, and then we'll say for the first one initialize, and then just as normal open and close, we'll open and close again. And what we can do is just copy this 6 times. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and I'm sure you've realized we're just going to copy and paste each one in. So next one's idle, run. Well, I have impact, this is for when the player hits the enemy, and we'll have attack, and then we'll have when the enemy actually strikes. So attack's going to be more like the player's entering an attack state, preparing to attack, and then when we actually strike or at least try and strike the player, and the final one for dead. And we'll just save that off there. So in the next lesson, we'll actually work on creating a finite state machine that will switch out to these behaviours depending on where the player is and where the enemy is, and various other conditions. So we'll leave it there for this video because I want to do a completely separate lesson where we just create the finite state machine, so we can really concentrate on just creating that. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember, if you have any questions about things like enum states or anything else to do with this tutorial series, please leave a comment below and I'll always try and answer for you. And until next time, bye for now.